I have created a music video for the song Read All About It Part 3 by Emeli Sandé, which was released in 2012. This song is from the pop genre. My music video was intended to use the conventions of the genre so my audience would be able to recognise the genre quickly. From my research, I have noticed that artists' music videos were either narrative or performance based. This was similar to my artist that I had chosen. I chose to include narrative and performance within my music video as I thought it fit the song and lyrics better. Choosing both allowed me to show the audience how the artist connects with the song as well as showing the storyline at the same time. My music video that I created follows the generic codes and conventions of the pop genre. Within my music video, I have used a girl who features as the artist Emeli Sandé. This is common in music videos as it allows the audience to clarify and identify the singer and helps promote the artist. It can also help the audience see the artist's emotions towards the song as well as giving it a more intimate feeling. Regarding Goodwin's theory, I've complied with part of the theory, including that a music video has certain genre characteristics that are common in other music videos of the same genre. This is so that the audience members are able to identify the genre and pick out these features. The shots I have used when filming the artist follow this part of his theory, as close-up shots are seen regularly throughout. Another example of following generic conventions would be the fact that I put my music video in black and white by using a filter which is typical of a slow pop song music video. This is because it helps get across to the audience that it's a sad story that may be taking place in a narrative. I have followed Carol Banales' theory in the sense that I had to get the audience to focus on certain parts of my music videos due to the editing that I have used. I have used other generic codes and conventions of pop videos such as close-up shots of the artist performing, lip-syncing, scenic locations and lighting to set the mood. The use of close-up shots of the artist lip-syncing or performing is to engage the audience for them to be able to see the relationship that the artist has with the song and the lyrics that they are singing. The different locations used for my narrative part of the video are scenic, and this is because this is common in a pop music video, which is why it features different locations when telling the storyline. My video has challenged the conventions as I have included photos, which is not common within a music video. I have taken a section that has photos as well as fading them into some parts of the videos. I did this to help develop my narrative through old pictures. Within my music video, I have tried to follow the typical narrative such as a relationship between two individuals. However, it's come to my attention that my storyline that I've used within my music video may not be very obvious to the viewers. I had to research into many different features to help me create my music video. By researching into artists helped me get the idea of what her image is and how she is portrayed when she creates her own music videos. This has allowed me to continue the image that she shared through my music video. I also analysed her music videos in order to get an idea of the sort of things and features that she uses within them. Doing this has helped me come up with ideas of my own. As well as this, I had to research and analyse music videos of other people within the pop genre to help me know the codes and conventions of this genre and then apply them to my own music video. There were other videos that I watched which had influenced me when planning my video. These videos gave me ideas to put into my own. I watched many live videos of Emeli Sandé performing and singing to get a feel of how I wanted my artists to act and present themselves. I think this was important to do as it makes it look more professional. All the research I have done has enabled me to gain a clear understanding of each convention and what makes it a pop music video, as well as being able to apply it to my own work. I think that the combination of my main product and the ancillary tasks together are effective. I had to plan for all my products to make sure that they had similar features. A music video is created in order to help promote the new single, and the video allows the audience to listen to it in a different way, which include visuals. A website is created as it allows the audience to keep up to date with specific information from the artist. It is important that all the products which are created have similar features so that the audience members are able to identify the artist if any other products were seen. This is a popular marketing strategy within the industry. A digipack promotes the artist when the album is in the shops on the shelf. It is important that a theme runs through all of these to allow the audience to recognise the artist immediately. As I previously said, this is one of their marketing strategies. Within my music video, I went for the black and white theme, which connotes sadness, which is what I wanted to represent in my music video. Having it in black and white fits the theme of the song and the music, as it is quite sad. I then followed the theme with my digipack and website, making them mainly in black and white with only little bits of colour to contrast. The photos I had taken for my digipack and website were then put into black and white in order to relate to the music video. When creating a digipack and website, I used the same font and similar sizes to keep it consistent. When planning and creating my digipack and website, I wanted to make sure that the artist could easily be recognised and would catch the attention of any of the audience. This is why I decided to use the artist in my videos instead of the actor I used to tell the storyline. The video shows the artist throughout, and I thought it would be easier for the audience to be able to put a name to a face to help promote the artist by using the artist in my digipack and website. I had feedback from both my website and my digipack in the form of a survey. The feedback was all positive, informing me that my creations fit with the music video and both look professional. All of these products are created to help promote the artist and increase the fan base, so all of these need to have a branding which can be recognised. Having audience feedback was very important throughout the period of my coursework. The use of having audience feedback allowed me to create the best project possible. When I first started my coursework, I'd originally planned a different idea and song altogether. I filmed the original idea as well as started to edit, which was when I realised that the music video was not turning out how I wanted it to be and how I envisioned it. When planning for my music video, I had high expectations of how I wanted it to turn out and how I expected it to look. When planning my music video, I knew exactly how I wanted it to look, but with limited time in creating it, my idea became more difficult. While editing, I asked some of my peers on social media if they could give me some feedback on my creation in order to hopefully get some improvements. There was constructive criticism in the things that could be done differently, such as changing edits between different shots. However, there were some feedback that was informing me that they thought the idea was looking unprofessional. After looking over my footage and taking in the audience feedback, I decided to completely change my idea as well as change the type of video that I was doing. I originally attempted to do a dance video which required dancers. However, due to only being in a school, getting dancers was hard. On top of this, the dancers that were used made the video look amateur due to them being young and out of place. During planning, I had to begin to recruit the dancers that were good enough to be in my music video and that they were willing to do it. I had to find dancers before finishing my planning so I could get a rough idea of how many I was going to be working with. As I was doing this as a school project and not within the industry, I did not have professional dancers available at any time for the amount of time that I wanted. This made it harder when planning because I didn't have all the information such as how many dancers and the expertise of their dancing. This meant I couldn't exactly picture how it was going to look. On top of this, I had to find someone to choreograph a routine due to me not being able to dance myself. This made the task even harder. Once the dancers were found, the next difficult task was finding and creating a dance routine that would fit within my music video and my chosen song. Even after finding a dance routine that was suitable, I had to make sure that it looked professional, that all the dancers were in time, and the dance itself did not look amateur. As the dancers were young, it was hard to find the time to practice and film due to them being within school hours. There was also times when creating the video that I wanted to do something different, but because I wasn't a dancer, I found it hard to suggest different routines in little numbers. The whole process of planning and starting to create the original music video was an experience that I never expected to do. I had envisioned the video in my head to only be disappointed by the results. For the time frame that I had and limited access as I had to dancers, I think the video was a bit too ambitious for not being in the professional industry. If I was in the professional industry, I would have had access to everything. I'm grateful for the learning curve that I have gone through. It has enabled me to apply this to my own work. Once I had changed my idea and planned what the new video would look like, I had filmed and began to edit. After filming and editing, I got audience feedback once I had created my first draft. This feedback was more positive than the original feedback from my first video. The feedback informed me that I needed to make a storyline more obvious as well as refilming certain shots at the end. These improvements were minor to make, and after I made them, I asked for more audience feedback. To do this, I created a questionnaire in which I got people from the target audience to answer so I could get a view of what people actually thought. By doing this survey, I have received feedback for my final product. Viewing this feedback has allowed me to understand what the audience thought of my music video. The results show that the music video fits the song and genre, including the editing. I think it's important that the audience felt this because it means that I've included the conventions of a pop music video in order for them to be able to point them out. The majority of people said they could understand the storyline, however had improvement which could be made. I can see the improvements that were suggested would make a difference to my video, improving the storyline and making it more clear for people to understand. However, despite there being improvements that could have been made, I managed to create a video that is suitable for my original target audience and genre of my choice. Within all my stages of my media coursework, there were use of new media technologies that have helped me create my product. All of my media work has been posted on Blogger, an online blogging site which allows anyone to see my work. As I have previously used Blogger, I used my existing knowledge which made it easier when it came to setting up my post on my blog and my pages that I've used. When uploading to my blog, I wanted to have a variety of different programs. Throughout my blog, I have used different methods to upload with each different post. I had come across websites such as Prezi, which was a different way to display my work in a presentation, SurveyMonkey, which allowed me to create a questionnaire and then embed it onto my blog, Scribd, which allowed me to upload my work from Word and then put it onto Blogger, and SlideShare, that allows me to upload my PowerPoints and put them onto my blog. I previously used these programs, which made it easier when using them for my work this time round. It enabled me to create the best possible outcome of each piece of work that I created. As well as this, I had to get my written work such as mind maps and storyboards onto my blog. To do this, I could either scan them into my computer and upload them as a photo on my blog, or take a photo before uploading it. I used YouTube within the planning and research in order for me to embed videos to illustrate my point or to analyse a video. This gave my audience a better understanding of what I was talking about. These methods were used throughout research and planning. Over the period of my coursework, I had learned how to create a presentable and professional looking vlog. When it came to filming my construction, I used a DSLR. This is a professional camera which I had access to and gave me the best quality image. To edit my work, I chose to use iMovie, which is a professional software for editing. I picked this software because I had previously used this and so only had to develop my knowledge instead of learning something completely new. It also allowed me to get the best possible outcome of my product. To then distribute my video, I uploaded it to YouTube, which I then embedded onto my blog. For my ancillary task, I used Photoshop and Wix. This was in order to create my website and my digipack. Before starting in A-level media, I had never used Photoshop or Wix, which I had to use in order to create a professional looking digipack and website. I had to learn new skills in order to get the most professional outcome possible. When I first started to use both programs, they looked difficult and were like nothing I had ever worked with before. It required me to take time to practice using the different tools included to complete my work. Photoshop was complicated and required me to try lots of different features before actually creating my final. It also required me to test what it would end up like using a certain feature on my digipack. By using Wix, I could edit my website if needed to make sure that both the digipack and website were consistent. I wrote my evaluation on Word before filming it and editing it on iMovie. After this, I uploaded it to my blog through YouTube. From when I started A2 Media, I had come on a journey going through one idea to another to finally get to the finished product and where I am now. I'm happy with how it's turned out, my digipack and my website. I think they all work together and are up to the professional standards that I was looking for.